up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kimetsu no Yaiba Season 1, Episode 3, titled Sabito and Makomoi. So, before we even get to Chapter 4's adaptation of the manga, what UFO Table did at the beginning of this episode, and I really, really like it because the title of chapters 4 and 5, which we're adapting this week, are titled Tanjirou's Journal. So what UFO Table did was they started off with Tanjiro with his journal, like writing in his journal and closing the journal, and we see the title of, you know, the book being Tanjirou's Journal, and looking at Nezuko and then leaving. And I thought, and then we go into the opening song, and I thought that was brilliant. But anyway, I just, whew. Okay, so after the opening song, we're going to be getting into Chapter 4's adaptation of the manga. Yes, 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 we are definitely adapting Chapter 4 first, and oh, I'm so freaking excited for how UFO Table is going to do this. Oh, yes! Oh, I was worried for a second we weren't going to get the start of Chapter 4, and we were going to get some stupid shit like we did last week with how Chapter 3 was adapted. Oh, thank freaking God, I'm so happy right now. Oh, this art style. Oh my God, this art style is everything. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, I love it. We got this parchment style, like this ancient parchment style for art style, and it is beautiful, and I love it. I love it. I love it. This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted for this. Yes! I know the only one we're seeing is Giyu. Giyu's the only one in color, but I recognize those pillars. I recognize those pillars, including Rengoku. I see you, Rengoku-san. Rengoku-san. I'm gonna try not to cry every time I see Rengoku-san, because that's my baby, and I know what's gonna happen to him. Oh, Rengoku-san. Oh my God, Rengoku! Oh my God! Poor Shinobu! Oh, poor Shinobu! I like that transition into when we start talking about the demons at like the 2-minute 30-second mark. That was nice. I love this freaking background. I love how the demon is just like physically trembling. It is just so cool. But I think my only problem, and let me just double check and make sure I'm right on this. I think the only problem I'm having with the demon, is the blood animation. It doesn't look like blood to me. It looks more like paint, and it's just, it's driving me nuts. And I think the reason why is because of how it's not dripping. Like, it looks like paint. It looks too thick. Because, like, when you look at the manga, you see how, like, you see how, like, fluid it looks. And you could tell it's blood, especially with how it's dripping. And yeah, this looks, you can tell, especially, like, at the 2-minute 49-second mark, that ain't blood. That's my only problem with the demon, is that ain't blood. And I don't know if it's a censorship, this is censorship or what, but yeah, that ain't blood, dude. That's not blood. I do like the extra line work we're getting. This is one thing I will say that I really love that UFO Table is doing in regards to the demons, and we saw it last week as well, is that I really like the extra line work and detailing we're getting. But, like, I kind of, and yeah, we are somewhat getting the shadowing that Kotoge kind of did, but, like, how Kotoge did it was more, like, it was creepier because of how there was just the shadowing here, and you only saw the one eye, and it was the shadowing, like, from here over. And it looked really, really freaking cool and creepy. It looked way creepier. Like, this looks creepy, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, when you look at the art that Kotoge did, it looks way creepier, at least for me. Like, this looks okay, like, don't get me wrong, but just, it doesn't give that extra oomph that Kotoge's art gives. By the way, the soundtrack is great, and then when we get, and again, this art is just really, really nice, but the problem I'm still having, like, looking at this, is that this don't look like blood. This does not look like blood. That's just been the, you know, when I just thought about this, the main problem that I've had with this anime, and I think this is what you have, this anime adaptation, and this is just UFO Table's problem with this anime adaptation in general, is that they haven't been able to animate blood very well. Like, it just does not look like blood. It really does. Well, I will say this. At times, it, like, they'll get the blood right, but, like, for the most part, like, it's not looking like blood to me. It really is just looking like like paint. It does not look like blood at all. The problem I'm having here is that they're wearing, like, they're showing the demon slayers that are fighting, right? And they're looking more like soldiers than, you know, actual demon slayers, because demon slayers were goddamn kimonos. They don't look like soldiers like this. What the fucking shit are you doing? Why are you making them look like soldiers, UFO Table? Why? The only one that doesn't really wear a kimono is goddamn, oh my god, is my boy Inosuke, but that's because he's like he's topless, he's shirtless, dude. He's doing pig assault. He can't wear a kimono when doing pig assault. Like, yeah, that's the, yeah, dude, this is a problem. I just don't get why you did that, UFO Table. You made them look like soldiers when they're supposed to be wearing kimono. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, I want to say this before we get into the next portion of this episode. As much as I love the start of the episode with the Tanjiro writing in his journal and going out to train, at the same time, I kind of wish we would have had, like, the explanation of the Demon Slayers at the very beginning a little more. I kind of do. Like, maybe it's the manga purist in me, but I think it would have been a little bit better, placement-wise, but either one's fine for me, but just to me, it would have worked to be just a teeny bit better, and then going into the opening song, but whatever. I'm just gonna roll with this. I guess we're just not gonna fix Tanjiro's scar. We're not fixing Tanjiro's mark, are we? It's way too high! We're not gonna fix Tanjiro's mark. We're not gonna fix Tanjiro. We're not gonna slick back Tanjiro's hair. Like, isn't that hard to do? I'm just curious, because I'm sorry, it is just gonna drive me nuts every fucking week. Because that's not how Tanjiro looks. I'm sorry, it's not. Oh my god, that's just not how he looks. Ugh. God damn it. I'm gonna bitch about this. I know I'm gonna bitch about this every week. I'm sorry. It's just, I'll probably just bitch about it at the end, at the beginning of every episode every week. I'm not gonna do it the entire time. But god damn, I'm gonna try not to do it the entire time. I'll just do it at the beginning of the episode. But fuck! It's just, UFO Table isn't that hard to slick back the hair and just lower the freaking, just make the mark just a teeny bit bigger. Like, I just don't understand. First of all, the slow motion is awesome with the knives. It's great. But the 4-minute 32-second mark, we actually got a matching facial expression. Thank fucking God. Oh my God, because that's been a problem as well. Is that, like, the eye, especially in the eyes, it's not matching what Katoge does. Because especially in the eyes, Tanjiro's eyes are really, really expressive. Like, there's variation in the in Tanjiro's facial expression, especially the eyes. So it's just been driving me goddamn nuts. That UFO Table has been, like, very, very limited with that. So glad to see that they're actually matching Katoge's art for once. I like that we got this, like, between, you know, each day, like, we see Tanjiro writing in the diary. I like that. That's very clever. Even though Tanjiro's supposed to get caught in the net, we got the comedic facial expression Thank freaking God! UFO table, you fixed this! Yay, we're keeping this up! Oh my God, okay. Also, I gotta say the soundtrack is just goddamn amazing. I'm just, oh my God, I'm just so happy! We're getting the comedic expressions! Oh my God, I'm so fucking happy! Oh my God! Thank freaking God! Because I was so worried, we weren't gonna get them at all based on like based on what we've seen so far, in this anime, because like as I said earlier, the facial expressions, especially in the eyes, have been so goddamn damn limited. But now we're finally getting some comedic expressions. This is great. The only problem I'm having with is that Tanjiro's hair, there's supposed to be a little bit of movement, and this is like at the 5-minute 17-second mark, and it looks really goddamn stiff. And also, when Tanjiro's swinging his sword, to me, it looks just especially compared to the manga, it's just a little, to me, it's a little stiff. I don't know if anyone else feels that way or not, but yeah, it looks just a little bit stiff. Yeah! Oh, the commit! Tanjiro! We all like, when he's told that he has to do, like another 500 sword swings. Oh, that expression is so Katoge! Thank you, UFO table, for giving me that! It's so true! Oh my God! And yes, we got the facial expression too! Oh my God! Oh, if you break any of this guy's swords, he'll snap his mouth as well. Oh my God! Oh my God! You should see. No, but oh God, because Tanjiro does break his swords. It happens a lot. Oh my God! What the layers he got for the last time he broke his sword was like it says "fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." I hope you die. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Oh my God, it's so true. And oh God, the facial expression is just so perfect. Oh, thank fucking God. That I'm just so again, I like every time I see like the comedic facial expressions, I'm just gonna be just like saying thank fucking God that we're getting the comedic expressions. Oh, thank God, UFO table. You gotta be doing this every week though. I love that we saw like before Tanjiro fell, we saw it like from his point of view, and we saw the blurred vision and everything, but like the 6-minute 34-second mark matches the manga perfectly! Matches the manga panel perfectly. I love it, I love it, I love it! Yes, the 6-minute 45-second mark matches! Woohoo! We're finally getting matching manga panels! This is great! Okay, the only problem that I'm having right now, and the only reason why, like especially like at the 6-minute 59-second mark, that this is not completely matching, it's close, but it's not, is that Tanjiro's, his outfit is not scuffed up. It's too clean and too perfect. Why? Why did you do that? It's supposed to be fucked up, UFO table. This is so perfect, like at the 7-minute 58-second mark when Tanjiro gets like hit in the stomach. It's so perfect. I love the reaction and everything. This is so great. Oh my God. And also the water breathing is only for now. It's only for now until we get to the fire and the sun god stuff. God damn it, I'm not gonna be, this is gonna be so weird for me because I'm so used to the fire and sun god shit that Tanjiro uses. It's just so goddamn weird right now. It's gonna be so weird for me to see him using water breathing techniques again. Oh my God, it's gonna be so weird. I love seeing like all the actual techniques. I love him seeing like doing all the poses. This is great. Like little things like this is nice. I like this. And you know what? I know what you're doing, UFO table. I know what you're doing. You're seeing that Madhouse stepped up their game. Hold on. They stepped up their game with Diamond No Ace Act 2. You're trying to catch up to Madhouse. I see what you're doing. And can I say it's working? Kinda. They're heading there, but I'm sorry, Diamond No Ace Act 2 is still better. It's still better in a lot, because the thing is that Madhouse does is they are like batching panel for panel the entire time, minus a little bit of filler, which you know works. But UFO Table's getting there. We're getting there, UFO Table. But I fucking love shit like this. This is great. She got kicked off the fucking cliff! Oh, that facial expression! You see that facial expression at the 8-minute 26-second mark? That was missing last week! I knew you could do it, UFO Table! Yes, I knew you could do the comedy! Thank God! Okay, there's a major problem at the 9-minute 8-second mark, and that is, why the fuck does Tanjiro not have any bruises slash marks on his bruises, scratches? Why isn't he not all scuffed up and shit? He just got knocked off a goddamn cliff and got his ass whooped. Why the fuck is this not here? I don't understand. And also the getting kicked off the fucking cliff and the waterfall training was definitely filler, but oh my god, it was so perfect. I love it. But god damn it, like Tanjiro's supposed to be scuffed up. His shit is his outfit's supposed to be ripped. His outfit's supposed to be scuffed, but he looks like he's fine. Like, hello? What the shit? And also for Nezuko, for those of you that are curious, and I'm gonna give you a major spoiler alert right now, is Nezuko's actually fighting something within, she's fighting within herself right now. That's what she's doing. Like, it's really hard to completely explain, without reading the manga, but yeah, Nezuko is actually is fighting within herself. That, like, there's something, waiting to come out of her, and I still believe that Tanjiro and Nezuko are at least half demons, but we still haven't gotten that confirmation from Katoge yet. I'm still waiting for it. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, I guess we're not going to see, I'm hoping we were going to see Tanjiro, like, at the top of the mountain, like, starting his descent from there, but okay. But again, why are Tanjiro's clothes not, like, completely scuffed and ripped? I don't understand this shit. I don't get it. Okay, what the fuck is this at the 10-minute 7-second mark? It looks like there's, like, maybe, like, dirt on Tanjiro's face more than bruising. And, like, it's not there's supposed to be way more shit than that. It's supposed to be, like, covering, like, half his face. Or, like, the majority of his face. And it's, like, only, like, 3 fucking marks. It's supposed to be, like, all over his goddamn face. And also, again, and also his neck is supposed to be a little bit scuffed up as well. He's supposed to be beat the fuck up. And also his eyes are wrong right now. Why the fuck did you do that, UFO Table? You know, I don't understand. And this is at the 12-minute 21-second mark. I have to mention this. You could do great blisters on Tanjiro's hands and make them look really gross and all that shit. But you can't show Tanjiro's clothes all scuffed up. I just don't understand. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, Tanjiro's hands can look fucked up to shit, but Tanjiro's clothes will still look perfect, and his face will practically look perfect. Can anyone make sense of this? I'm so confused. At the 13-minute, like, 32-second mark, 33-second mark, we basically finished chapter 4's adaptation of the manga, and I'm kind of annoyed that we didn't get that line about you will never become a demon slayer. Why the fuck did you not have that? Like, we had that's not a bad line, but where's that you will never become a demon slayer line? What the shit? Okay, so after this commercial break, we're going into chapter 5's adaptation of the manga. So we're gonna just skip where did you come from and just go with what are you doing, really? Why would you not ask where did you come from and just ask what are you doing? I'm so confused. Sometimes this writing is just like, what? Alright, I gotta talk about this real quick. The mark that's on the fox mask, it is way too big. It is way too big. It is like way too long. It's first of all, it's supposed to be way shorter on the side, and the width, like it's supposed to be going like from like the, oh god, it's not even at the right starting at the right spot either. So like where it starts is like at the mouth, and that's where it's at its widest, and it's going from like wide to like thin up to here. Like it should end at the ear. It's like in the wrong spot, and it's way too big. Like, what the fuck? You guys, UFO table, you were actually doing really well for a minute there. And also, wait, yeah, I gotta point this out too. So, like, the other thing, and this has just been something that's been going on in a lot of manga to anime adaptations I've noticed, and it's just really goddamn pissing me off, and it's been even happening here, is that, and it's definitely happening in this chin as well. The chin is way too pointed! Even in the mask! It's way too pointed! It's supposed to be round! It's supposed to be way rounder than this! What the hell? And also, the ears are way too close to each other. They're supposed to be way farther apart. Like, whoa! It's all fucking wrong! Oh, God! Makomo's voice actress is just goddamn perfect. She is adorable as hell. And the action sequence that we just had was, hold on a second. Gotta talk about Sabito first before I get into Makomo stuff. So the action sequence we had between Tanjiro and Sabito was really, really nice. That's one thing I will give UFO Table credit for, is that the action sequences so far have been really nice. They haven't been stiff. They've been flowing really well. And Sabito's voice actor is perfect. I like Sabito's voice actor. He's really, really nice. Again, like at the 17-minute 14-second mark, like Tanjiro's like barely scuffed the fuck up in the face. And like if you look at the manga, he looks really fucked up. Like, come on, like, Sabito, those were no love taps from Sabito, man. Like, come on, UFO Table, you gotta do injuries better than this. Well, at least, Makomo's kimono has some patterns, but it's not, there's supposed to be way more flowers on that kimono, and it's driving me freaking nuts. Come on! UFO Table! If you're gonna do it, just go all the way with it, Jesus! Okay, let me talk about Makomo's mask, because you could really see it well at the see it a lot better at the 17-minute, like 55-second mark. So, the top flower is in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be a little bit closer to the nose, and the nose is supposed to be is way too small. It's supposed to be a lot bigger than that. The ears, hold on. The ears, I would say, are about the right size. Actually, one looks smaller than the other at this here. Yeah, one looks smaller than the other, which kind of looks weird. What I see, the eyes are like a little too I want to say they're a little too close to each other. Is there anything else I could, well, like in how Kotoge did it was like it's the top part of the mask is like more like square, like flat and not round, like, or wording something got curved. But I feel like I should kind of give it a pass. But, and also the bottom flower is supposed to be like right here, and the top flower is supposed to be like right there. The placement, yeah, the placement of the flowers is just bad. But I will say this, I really like the background for this at the 17-minute 55-second mark. And the detailing in the rope for Sabito's mask is really, really nice. Oh, I will give you props for that, UFO Table. The 18-minute 21-second mark, starting there, we're getting the explanation. Again, we're getting it in like this beautiful parchment art style. It's just so gorgeous. Oh God, it's really, really nice. I will say this, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get to, see the actual, lungs, because the way Kotoge draws anatomy is just really, really good. But you know what? You know what makes up for this though, is how UFO Table animated the muscles. It is just gorgeous. Oh my God! Is it just me, or like, is you could really see it at the 18-minute 57-second mark. Is it just me, or does Makomo's face look really small? Like, everything's just, like, really close together. Because, like, if you look in the manga, everything's, like, spread out a little bit more. I'm talking about, like, her eyes are way too close together. Like, her eyes are her eyes are a little bit smaller, and, you know, and her nose is not, like, on top of her mouth like this. Yeah. Yeah. UFO table, you made, I think it's because they made her eyes too big. That's why everything looks so squished, like, so close together like this. I don't know why they went this direction, but okay, I'm just gonna roll with it. Again, I don't get this. Like, remember earlier we saw Tanjirou's hands, like, full of blisters, and it looked disgusting, but, like, at the 19-minute 2-second mark, he doesn't look beat up at all. He's, like, if you look at the manga, and also his kimono, it looks perfect. I just don't, he could get beat up to shit, and there's, like, no, his kimono still looks fucking perfect. I don't understand this, because if you look at the manga, his kimono's, like, all fucked up, especially in this panel, his arms are all, like, covered in, his arms are all beat up, his face has marks all over it, like, and also his hair is too goddamn stiff. I'm sorry, UFO table, this is not a good direction to go in. You gotta make, like, everything is, the hair, especially Tanjirou's hair right now, is just way too fucking stiff. It's driving me goddamn nuts in that regard, but, oh god, like, not having any injuries like this is just really, really bad, especially for when we get to the later content, when Tanjirou's gonna be, like, if we get to, like, the Dream Train stuff, which we actually might, no, if we're doing 2 chapters a week, we're only going to get to about, like, actually, we might actually get to the start of it. Yeah, we might actually get to the start of it, depending. Depending if we do, like, 2 to 3 chapters a week. But, oh, God. And also the earring, is way too small. Oh, God. But, Jesus, UFO table, you can't do this. Oh! That slow-mo and everything at the 20-minute, like, 20-second mark, and this is when, you know, Tanjirou's facing off, doing that final duel against Sabito. Oh, that was so cool. Okay, we gotta talk about Sabito's face here. Yeah, that scar is completely wrong. That looks like just a fucking scar on his face. It's not like, it's supposed to be like this, going up his face. It looks like they just slapped on a fucking mark on Sabito's face. Also, I don't understand what is with making the eyes so fucking big. Jesus, I don't get it. But other than that, Sabito looks fine. Hold on, let me just double check one other thing. Again, I don't understand what is with fucking anime making the chins all pointed lately. God damn it. So we ended at chapter 5's adaptation of the manga, which I was hoping we were going to. And let me give you my final thoughts on the episode. So the writing was perfect. There was no problems with the writing at all. Of course, as usual. Well, not as usual, because last week there was definitely a problem with the writing. Oh god, that was so fucking bad. Animation-wise, like, here's the thing, and as I've been saying throughout this live reaction, the problem with the animation that I'm having, well, I will say this was a huge improvement before I get to the problems. I'm glad we're getting the comedic expressions, and we're getting the diversity in the expressions in that Gotoge has in the manga. That really, really makes me happy, and that, like, lowers my concerns for like the future episodes of, you know, Kimetsu no Yaiba taking itself too seriously. I'm glad about that. But the problem that I'm having with the, and also, you know, the fights look great. And we did get some really good, stuff matching panel for panel. But the thing is that's really bothering me is there were some times where, like, some of the stuff felt a little stiff. But the main thing that's bugging me is that Tanjiro was not looking as beat up as he should have. Like, basically injury animation is a huge problem. His outfit's not looking as scuffed up as it should have looked. That's a really huge problem. Blood is not looking like blood. That's definitely a huge problem, especially for later on. But I really like the diversity in the art style that we're getting. I love that we're getting some slow motion. I'm liking the techniques and art style we're getting up in here, but there's still a little room. There still needs to be a little bit more. There's a little more room for improvement. The soundtrack was goddamn fantastic. Oh my god, this soundtrack is really, really good. But I'm telling you what UFO Table's trying to do is they're trying to catch up with Madhouse, because out of all the manga to anime adaptations I'm covering this season, Diamond No Ace Act 2 is the one that's perfect. It is the one to beat this season, because they are matching it panel for panel. They are delivering the kick-ass soundtrack. They are delivering oh my god, what is it? The writing is perfect. Everything, and when I'm saying animation's perfect, I'm talking about just about to, like, the final detail. It is just that good. The only thing they need to do to really take it to the next level is just, like, step it up a little bit more on, on the Sakuga. Other than that, it is goddamn perfect. But here, like, I'm glad that UFO Table is changing it up in the facial expressions and giving us the comedy that, Gotoge gives us. But I just am concerned about, the main thing that I'm concerned about is the injury animation and a little bit to an extent about the character models. Because, yeah, Tanjiro still doesn't look right, mainly with the hair and the scar. That does not look right. It's still wrong. And what was the other thing? And yeah, it's mainly those things. And I really hope that we're going to get some more diversity in the art style and the animation. Well, yeah, the art style and animation every week, because I really, really like what UFO Table did this week as well. And especially with the explanation of the Demon Slayers. Oh, that was so cool. And also the explanation of the breast, how that works. That was fucking cool too. I'm not gonna lie. I wish they would have shown the lungs and stuff like that, because again, when Gotoge really, I gotta give props to Gotoge, because the art, how Gotoge draws anatomy, especially recently, is just so beautiful. Gotoge really knows how to draw anatomy. It's incredible. But anyway, I'm very curious what you guys thought of this week's episode of Kimetsu no Yaiba. I will definitely say it is a huge improvement compared to last week's episode, especially writing-wise and animation-wise for sure. Definitely a huge improvement. I'm hoping that we're going to get more of this, and I'm really hoping that that the animation especially is going to continue to improve. I just hope, especially injury animation and comedy animation. The comedy is definitely improving. The injury stuff I need more of. You can't have Tanjiro looking this perfect after fights. You can't. You can't do that. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans. And if you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.